Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, and play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun of 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I miss my baby, so I hit them on the FaceTime. I need it all for them, so no, I cannot waste time. Facing these oceans, feel the water on my waistline. We trust the process and my only know it takes time. You can get it, got no worries, I'm gon' make mine. Going global, I'ma get it out the state lines. Paying taxes at a more than what you make now. Different bracket, eating off a different plate now. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my ends. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. It's only 8 a.m. I don't do it for the gram. I know I'm a man. At my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well, hope everyone is good. Yes sir. Today is, what is today? Today is Thursday. See what we got going on for today. Get into everything. Let a few more people show up. Maybe something going on with YouTube algorithm. Less people here. 50 people. Let's see some more people. Otherwise, I'll be asked the analysis 10 times today. We don't want that. Anyways, they're missed though. Today, pretty clean. We have some home sales. Doesn't really do much. Home sales in terms of news. Yeah, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Tomorrow is the big day. CPI. Looks like it's going ahead. As far as I know, government is still shut down, but it's not. It seems like they're going ahead with CPI. Expecting numbers to come back higher than expected, which is going to go against rate cuts here. If it comes back lower than expected, man, you're going to see gold fly, man. Gold is absolutely going to rocket towards the upside. If we see what? If we see lower numbers than expected. So it is going to be interesting to see basically what happens with that. What am I expecting? It's an interesting one here, to be honest. I kind of expect maybe for it to hit the middle like 3. You know, which will give a little bit of positivity, and then we might see a spike during CPI towards upside, downside, something like that. And then we see what price ends up wanting to do. So let's have a look at what's happening today. We'll discuss about CPI more tomorrow, as it will be more relevant for tomorrow, because CPI is not today, it's tomorrow. So what's interesting is pre-CPI, we're at like this daily zone here, right? It's like a zone that makes sense to bounce as well. So that's what I'm keeping. Like, I kind of at the same time would not be surprised to see one more dip down into this zone here, which is our last support. So if we see a dip, I mean, we technically kind of tapped the wicks here, but a proper retest would not be out of the question. We have not broken any structure. Right now, we're trying to break structure. Previous daily bearish, previous 4 hour is closing bullish here. We have a 4 hour resistance right here. And we're trying to break above for maybe New York session to get a close above, which would give us confirmation of continuation. At the moment here, we're stuck inside this range. Not stuck, but we're inside of this range with 1 hour resistance here. Not going to mark it because we have 15-minute resistance higher. So your buys would come above this 15 essentially, but that's more of a breakout trade, which doesn't do too well during London. So we want to be careful with these buys, executing on these buys. We want to make sure that we are aggressive on management, because it's not always been the best, but it does make sense in terms of price action to move up through these ranges. Now, since we're mixed bias, you know, we could also become into a seller's market here. But in order for me to see sells, it's pretty tough because we have quite nice bullish structure. So even if I just see a bearish candle close, it means nothing for me. As long as we respect this 4 hour, it also means nothing for me. This 1 hour is about to close. It looks like it's trying to close above here. We have 5 minutes. Who knows where it can close in 5 minutes? That's why we wait for closes to see. So we'll see where this closes in 5 minutes. If it closes above, obviously it's leaning more on the buy side automatically, taking us less away from looking for those sells. So if we do close above pretty deep, we can look for pullback to retest around the 4 hour and then look for buys back up, something like that. And then we see how to trade that. You have gap on broker. What type of gap? Let's see. I don't really have a gap on broker. Mine looks okay. Mine kind of looks the same as what we're seeing on Tradingview here. So getting back into the charts here. Yeah, that's just a candle. It's okay. That's sometimes how it prints. And looking at DAX here, on the other hand, we had some heavy downside movement in DAX. Daily time frame continuing down, retesting daily support. So we retested daily support yesterday. 4 hour time frame is now changing structure, as we can see. And we are moving our way up towards this previous 4 hour. Very nice change of structure on DAX here after retesting daily support. So it looks pretty bullish in terms of that. We are technically mixed session bias. And we are pushing pretty heavily already. Big candle here that's just come on the 15. Actually, the same candle that's come kind of on gold at the moment. We're getting that same type of candle. So I wouldn't mind it closing above here. After closing above here, maybe we could retest the 1 hour here. and then look for buys on that retest. So pull back here, retest the 1 hour, and then I take buys on that. That would be quite nice. Straight close above here I don't think is going to be worth it for me. 42 points for 40 points up to there, full move. I don't really see one massive candle coming through. I would like to be trading on pullbacks here, and especially it depends how deep it is. So yeah, we're just seeing markets give this full green candle, same candle on gold, same candle on DAX. Gmail saying same candle on GU. Let's see, traditional stocks, we don't really have the same candle here on traditional markets. Yeah, we don't have the same candle. Actually, it's not too. Yeah, we do have a bullish candle here, but yeah, something spiking. Seems USD influenced this. So let's see what Dixie is doing. Yeah, so it is USD. Dixie taking a dump here. Now, does that dump make sense to continue? If this is a daily top wick, yeah. 4 hour retested the highs. Don't have much continuation, only to there. So let's see. Gold candle here closing pretty deep, same as DAX candle here. So yeah, that's the analysis. Basically, if this closes above, we'll be happy at a pullback. Pullback would be great to then continue the buys if we want to continue up. If that fakes out close in the range, obviously we change our idea and do something else. But otherwise we remain on that bias, right? We remain on that bias. It's the same plan for DAX as there is the same plan for gold. So simple. We will see which one plays out and take it from there. So yeah, appreciate you guys showing up for the analysis. 100 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up. Get the likes up on the stream. You know the drill. Would appreciate that. Hate to say it, part of the game. Good morning to you all. Say good morning back. I'm joking. So yeah, let's see. Dylan is like, yep, I'll say good morning. Good man. How many guys we got on YouTube? King Woods, Envy, Hannah, all said good morning. Good morning to you guys. Thomas, Mike MCQ, Warrior, I1, Osborne. Good last name, Osborne. Legion, Spartan, J. Some normal names. We're not seeing any random names. I'm waiting for someone with a random name. Not random name, but weird name. New viewer here from. Oh, we don't know where he's from. He stopped there. He stopped where he was from. Where's Mr. Star? Oh, where's gone? Oh, there we go. Now he's told us he's from Hong Kong. Welcome, welcome. Let's see in chat what country you represent. Let's see where you guys from. I'm interested. We have Hong Kong. We have what else? Let's see YouTube chat. Where you guys from? Scotland. Yeah, we know. Cuba. We have an exclusive. Japan. Bulgaria. Australia. Lithuania. Somalia. Albania. Let's see what YouTube chat we got. We got Kyrgyzstan, Germany, we have Kenya, Ghana, Poland, Sweden, USA, Germany, Afghanistan, Australia, Canada, Mexico, South Africa, Nepal, London, Malaysia, India, Kenya, New Zealand. Very interesting. Alberto is from North Korea. Very good. Stuck there. You're not supposed to have internet, man. You're breaking the law. Be careful. We don't want you shot. Jamaica we have in here. Holland. Turkey. And he puts a picture of a turkey. Lebanon we have. Ethiopia. Yeah, very multinational, man. Very multinational. South Africa we have. Huge. We are like fully spread. Alright, so Mr. Dax here closed above. Nice bottom wick, not gonna lie, but you know, this stop loss here, 44 points, is not even a one-to-one to get back to my target of the day. So I need to find something where we make 5-minute structure and then close above that. Maybe we could play above this high, which would be nice. If we could reject this high now, create 5-minute structure, and then close above. Smaller stop loss, less headache, and we can just at least make a 1% at the 4 hour. Now if I take this, I have to rely on price pushing through the 4 hour without there being any pullbacks. So if a pullback happens, I'm going to be in at the top, which is the worst place to be in when a pullback happens, right? If a deep pullback happens, then we can buy off that. That's even nice. South Antarctica. I don't know if I believe that. I need some proof. If you're from South Antarctica, I need some proof. That would be pretty sick, not gonna lie. Yeah, I'd be pretty impressed. Harry, good morning. Do you think Bitcoin will hit again 120,000? Now, I don't think now it will hit 120,000. In the future, yeah. But we're at a very pivotal point. This weekly needs to make up its mind. Does it want to respect this support or not? If not, we can easily come back down to 100k. You know? Same thing with this daily support. A little bit lower here. If we lose this, 100k. This Nightbot message bugging me. At the end it says, then you need. Yeah, it has a word limit. Then it says you need to leave. What levels am I looking for pullback on gold? Honestly, at this point, I don't mind. Back to the 15 would be okay. Anything deeper is just benefit, but there's nothing I can do with this candle like this. Bro, is Santa Claus? Maybe, maybe. Let's see if he gives me a gift today. Would be nice. I'm due a gift from him. Looks like we're trying to create a resistance, which is not bad. Beautiful move on gold here towards the upside, man. Amazing volume. What was that, 100 pip move? 130 pip move. That's great, man. Lovely to see. But unfortunately, no setup, so nothing you can do. Close, no top wick, no bottom wick. Actually, there is a nipple wick there, yeah. Wonder how that looks on broker, though. I'm interested. Yeah, you can see the nipple wick here. Clean LTA? Yep, beautiful. Filled it perfectly. Straight point to point. Move 87 to 25. Yeah, very clean. Not even like 1 5-minute pullback here. Didn't need anything. Just continued bullish here. Straight. 300 pips, no pullbacks. 300 pips, no pullbacks. I mean, yeah, if you don't care about bottom wick here, then, you know, take it. But when it opened for me, it jumped up here. I saw it. So honestly, your entry would be somewhere up here. Caught part of it on my 1 minute strat. Nice. John is part of this move. Yeah, at the time of entry here, you would have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 1 minute candles, no pullback. So if you're happy with that, send it. Send it. Caught that. Someone in YouTube chat caught that as well. You know. Interesting. Nice 8 1 minute candles buying the highs here. Get away with it. Something I wouldn't normally get away with, which is why I'm not taking it. But I don't rely on luck. Yeah, should ask. I think he's written it in chat for you. There you go. That's how he did it. It is good, man, to take initiative. I mean, on small things, you find things that you enjoy and, you know, you try them out and test them. You know, data is king at the end of the day. So you need to see how many times it works out of, you know, 100, 500, 300. But I get, you know, it's just different what people enjoy to do differently. I'm a guy who hates like to try and always catch too much lower time frame because I used to lose a lot of money on lower time frame, you know. So he would have just entered here impulsively, breaking this high following momentum. I've done that in the past and then it just whipsaws back on me. But he's catching very small moves like this with higher risk, right? 50% margin means he's risking maybe like 5% per trade. So the small moves count. Is it sustainable in the long run? We shall find out, right? I mean, the direction he's picked is correct, that's for sure. So there's some fundamental things, you know, at the end of the day, what matters is the analysis. Entry is a smaller part than the analysis. If you can get your analysis right, entry is the last part. But if you mess up the entry and you don't have enough rules, then what's going to happen is that, you could be stopped out, but your analysis still plays out and stuff like that. So you don't know if that's going to sustain. It works because the volume is crazy? Exactly, yeah. When the volume, you have to do it. If you do this without volume, you're losing for sure. And I think John will tell you that. Without volume, it's game over. So what we're waiting for here? Well, I wanted some sort of pullback here on gold, which I'm not getting. It's been a straight push on 5. So now I'm looking at DAX here, which is doing what I wanted it to do, which is pulling back. So on DAX, I have 2 options. Depends how far this pulls back. If it pulls back further, I can get a trade back up towards the highs. If it doesn't and just hangs around somewhere here, I can trade back above the highs to continue up towards this next high here. So those are my 2 options, and then I have to use this as a watch zone. $4 on gold, I don't see it in your chart. Is it not important? Let's double check. It's probably so far. Yeah, it is important, but I wasn't expecting. We were down here a couple of minutes ago. We've moved, I think, since we started stream, we've moved 300 pips. So it is definitely important, but I was looking at the 15-minute first, then the 4 hour. Mark more than 3 lines? Yeah, I can. It's just we're back up here. I mean, all I had to do is just add, because we're going to tap the 15 first. If you really want the line here, we'll add it. No problem. It will drop massive. I won't try to fight the momentum. A pullback will happen at some point. How much momentum it has before, who knows? This thing is just pumping. We haven't had even one 5-minute candle bearish for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles. So maybe next one, CR7, would make sense. It's doing it without even catching a breath? Yeah. We haven't really seen that for a long time. Even when we had these big dumps here, we were catching breaths in between. Big candle, catch your breath. Big candle, catch your breath. Big candle, catch your breath. Now we're just 7 candles. No wicks on 15. It's risky to take buy on gold. Discord link, Discord invite is invalid. The free Discord? I don't know. Can someone check it? I don't think it's invalid. I doubt it. Let's have a look though. You might be right. So let's go to description. Oh, I don't. Yeah, here's my free Discord. Boom. Let's see if it says invalid. Oh no, it says accept invite. So it works for me. Maybe try in a different browser. Yesterday I saw your podcast with Raj. I learned so much about prop firms. I'm glad. That was the point, to educate, so it's good. Working now? Brilliant. Maybe it's pricing in CPI for tomorrow, expecting better numbers. And then CPI comes back not with better numbers and we dump. Very interesting what can happen here. Hard to predict. We're definitely at a bounce zone. Definitely at a bounce zone. A 4-hour close above here would be interesting. But we won't know that for 2 hours. Also, what makes me alarmed here is 1 hour no bottom wick, and very early in the session we had this move out. Very early in the session. So since we're having this move very early in the session, we could retrace it if it wants to. CPI will happen tomorrow. Apparently. See about that. Is it really CPI tomorrow? Apparently, yes. At what time? I don't see it on the calendar. It's on Forex Factory calendar. It says 4:30. So refresh one more time. Yeah, it's still there, 4:30. They haven't put it as tentative. Let's see on the juice here. Yeah, they have it here. CPI year on year 4:30. So they have it on the juice as well. Nice pullback here. So we have options probably if we get back above the 1 hour. Because remember, 1 hour closed deep above. Would S215 be enough with this type of push on gold? No, it's not enough. In my opinion. You could try super aggressive, but it's scary. You trade NY also? Yes, I do trade NY. I post my NY trades in Harry's Trades in the group. You can see it if you go to Harry's Trades. Sometimes I'm a little bit lazy. How's gold doing? Kind of want to sell gold from here. I mean, it is like if you're gonna sell gold, you might as well sell it from a resistance, right? Five-minute change of structure would help. It's risky, but I think at least have a 5-minute change of structure. At least you know, okay, I'm taking as much confirmation as I can. 15-minute candle close bearish with a 5-minute structure change would be good, no? Too risky, especially with CPI. Well, I mean, no, I mean, it's just, if you have the 5-minute change of structure, 15 closing bearish, at least that's your confirmation. If it fails, it failed. It's the choice you made. I mean, honestly, it's better than buying, right? I feel like buying would be worse a little bit. Super high up, you know? buy gold. Would be nice if it can come back to 15s. DAX is, yeah, it's coming down here. Question is, do we want to start moving bearish on DAX now? I don't think we're ready until we get below any resistances. As long as 1420 you think holds, then you see upside. I think you can get away with a little bit deeper. Set up 3 on 15-minute valid, just a massive push. It could be valid, but I just don't like the push we've had. Like, if there's gonna be volume today, it will continue, but how can you rely on that? You take it with the hopes that there's volume. If it happens somewhere here, yeah, for sure. Now we're towards mostly the top of the range, right around 4 hour. I prefer not. I think it's a bit too aggressive for me. But if volume continues and we get another big push, yeah, it'll happen. But what do we have? Where's our conviction of that? That's what I'm struggling to find. How can I be convinced? At least if we were somewhere here, it would make sense because we have this big range we haven't filled yet. But I guess that's been the pre-London move. Yeah. Some traders have been doing this investment thing, want to know if it's a scam or not. What investment thing? Not a big pattern trader, but looks like head and shoulders on the 1 hour. On gold. Let's see. Inverse head and shoulders. I mean, I don't see it. It's a messed up head and shoulders. Actually, no, I kind of see it now. Without this. Without this. This kind of ruins it. This and this. So 30-minute close below the 4 hour, 15-minute close above this previous 15 here. 5-minute can close below in 3 minutes. So there could be a little bit of a move down here, I'm wondering. I'm contemplating giving it an aggressive shot if we get a good 5 close. 42.34. Yeah, that's a massive target. We might reach that in the day. Even the day is pretty big. Good 5 close and good top wick. Yeah, we'll see in 2 minutes how she wants to close. But do I really think we're just gonna retrace this whole move up and down like that? That's what's going through my head. Let's see the close and then we can decide. One hour has no bottom wick on gold. That's very true. This is very true. Let's see the top wick on the next candle. Where'd you put your SL? Probably here, because if it starts retracing and breaking here, you're done anyways. We need to watch the 20 level though. I'll give it a shot, but I'm watching the 20 level. Hasn't broke on the broker yet. This looks completely different. Wait, I'm not. Look at broker. I just delete because this looks completely different on my broker. Look at this on broker. We're like super far from that low. And if we look at the price on broker, so we are super far from the low. And look, it already tapped 20 on broker. So that makes it slightly different here because we're at 20 on broker. Now it broke the low. This is confusing me. I don't know. It's weird. It's too different. I can't take this. When I have confusion like this and we're at 20 here, doesn't make sense because I wanted to use 20 as a watch zone here. And now I can't because we're right at it. This literally, if I put a line here, we close right at it. So when it's confusing me, I'm not going to take something that confuses me, even though it's valid, I guess. But then I wanted, like, now I would be in profit and I could make a decision. I don't know. I don't know. See, and then this would be getting above 20. No, it just looks so different. Looks good, but it just, both of them look different, so I hesitated, and now it's too late. You know? Because I wanted to, like, look, if you enter here, I can use the 20 level as management. Like, on this chart, it's easy. On this chart, I can use this level here as management. Anything closing above here, it's going to come back to entry, and then I can manage. But that's not the same here. That's not the same. See, like, now you'd see, look, on my chart, I'll be in trouble. Here, it's lagging. Then suddenly it comes. So I just don't want to be involved in that. Because it's too confusing. I don't know which one to use. And on this chart it makes sense, on this chart it doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to be involved in something that I feel uncomfortable. Even though, like right now, if something closed above 20, I can close. But here we're already below 20, so I don't know. It's a valid trade though, setup is valid, but this just fucked me up, man. This fucked me up. So I don't jump into anything. I don't jump into anything that I don't understand fully. So yeah, that's it. I like it though. It's a good trade, man. I'm happy with the idea. You know, I think that definitely this can do business. So the way I would manage it is if anything comes back above 20. But otherwise it's looking good. Did anyone execute it? Was it clear for them? It was good for you on your broker? Yeah. Looked fine. How much are you up here now? 60. 1-to-1 is here. I'd say 15 was a good hard break even. So you don't have 1 minute structure. So this is the problem. I would use 20 as a management point. As long as it respects 20, you're fine. If it gets back above 20, there's issues. That's it. Simple as that. Yeah, so you have this 5-minute range here, which is your first level of protection. And then you have this previous 15, which is a minor level of protection. It's not enough to really do too much business. And then you have this second level of protection. So instead of running at 3 levels of protection, because if it gets back in here, you're basically going to get that continuation. You know? So you just, you know, the rule of 2 levels of protection, right? Number 1, number 2. And you could even manage, let's say you get a close above here, you could say, hey, I'm even going to lose 20 pips less, you know, so you have some wiggle room. Oh, good man. I think it's gonna hit your B. Yeah, then let it hit your B. It's not the worst thing. You know, like I said, as long as this 20 holds, it should be okay. So tempted to take partials. But I'm gonna stay disciplined. I mean, if you take partials now, you only make how much? 0.25%. Is it worth 0.25%? What are you gonna do with 0.25%? Like, you're better off taking full than taking partials. At least you'll make 0.5% better than nothing. B at 17, I think, yeah, 15 was an okay B if you want to be aggressive when it tapped 15. Now that we have 1 minute structure, it needs to respect that 1 minute structure. But this is what's weird, is that I could manage this nicely and be like, look, as long as it respects 20, I'm gonna be in. But that's not the same on my broker, so I would have to manage based on this. So I want to actually see how I would have managed this. Just, yeah, I would have been out already. Here you're not out. Just look at the difference, man. What a difference. That's a massive difference. Massive difference. So yeah. Massive. It's two different charts. I mean, this is not even close to entry. Imagine this respects 20 now and dumps. I will be shocked. Yeah, it didn't anyway, so. Anyways, a good shot for those who took it, who made sense on their broker. I don't disagree with the shot. Some of these trades will come to break even. Some of them will hit TP. Doesn't really matter. You don't lose anything for break even, so it's worth to give it a shot. Don't feel ashamed about it. Don't feel like you should have closed earlier. You don't know. You don't know. Because then you'll be kicking yourself if it's all the way on the floor here. Oh, stick to broker chart? Yeah, you have to make a decision, right? Whenever I see it a little confusing like that, I just decide not to enter, because I don't want to be in a position confused. This looks nice if we close the 5-minute bullish here. The only thing that I don't like is no bottom wick on 30, but I think we just made one, which is beautiful. So let me just check this on broker, how it's looking. Okay, so we have no bottom wick on this candle, which is a problem, but a gap down. Remember what we said about gap down, so we could get away with it. So if we get the 5-minute close here, would be nice. At least then it would confirm to us a break of structure. So let's see in 3 minutes. Just gonna go toilet in the meantime. So it have already tapped key level, it's not valid. It's not that it's not valid, it's that we're at a level that it could reject. So I don't want to be at a level that we could reject. I rather be away from that level and then at least see if we can get to it, like what was happening on this chart here, right? The same thing that was happening on this chart. How we were away from the level and then you can see if it pushes through. But when you're at the level, imagine you enter and then directly it respects it and then you're straight in drawdown. So hard to get out of that position, you know? No, don't rip like that. What? Oh, and my spreads are jumping? Man, today I'm unlucky, man. Oh no, look what happened to my spreads just now. Oh no. Damn, we have Crown Chakra in the chat. Shout out to him, man. We need to play his song. If you don't know, this is his song. We're waiting for the Tradesharpe song, bro. Everyone's waiting for the Tradesharpe song. Maybe this is the key right now on gold.
The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. It ain't over for me. It ain't over for me. The market crashed on me, but that's not my last, homie. Only one logical thing
Maybe
to
for
do.
gold.
Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip, 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 buy the dip. Don't trip, buy the dip. Get my chips and dip. Hollow coins and watch me flip. In and out, I'm stacking pips. Market looking bearish. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip.
So yeah, shout out to his trading music, man. Absolute banger, one of my favorite. It's good. All right, so 21 is not crazy, but I just can't take it. I don't have the spreads to be able to take it. My spreads were jumping still, look. So I can't take it. Because you could take it and then try break even at the high. But look at my spreads, man. So that's what I would have taken. Something like this, and then break even at the high probably. At the 15 I would break even, sorry. Actually no, the 15 got changed, so I'd only use that as watch. Yeah, it's a shame. 1 minute no pullback, so you want to be careful here. But I just can't do anything with this spread. It's just jumping way too much. So it becomes a little bit more aggressive because we're higher, but look, this is the one, so. I mean, I just can't. I mean, look at this, man. I'm really annoyed. Really annoyed. Would have been in this. Maybe it doesn't even play out, then I'm happy. Look, we tapped the 15, so now let me see how I'd manage this. Be interesting to see. So I'd be watching it. I would at least allow it to have a 1 minute retest because, you know, there's no 1 minute structure, so it needs 1 minute structure. So the position is looking like this, right? That's the one I wanted to take. 20 point stop loss. That would be your target up there. And now there's no 1 minute structure, so you'd have to be careful here. You have to see it respect something. Let me remove so we can analyze properly. So your entry would be here. Just keep that mental note. So as long as 1 minute structure is created, you're okay here. And then your hard break even should be at the 5-minute resistance, because that's ideally a target here. You have 2 minutes for this candle, so it would be worth to see how this candle closes. Are we not going long though? I wanted to go long, but my spreads are too high, man. This is the position I was planning for. It didn't close too deep in the end. It's a little bit deeper than I wanted, but it's enough to get to break even at the highs, or to get to break even here. 7 points is not going to kill you. You needed to push through to get your 1-to-1, so that might be an issue if it doesn't push through. And now it's easy to manage this position here because you have this 1 minute low. So if it starts to break this 1 minute low and doesn't retrace, you can get out around entry. Maybe if it big candle comes fast, you're gonna lose maybe like 2 points. So you're just watching how it respects around this low. I just can't take it. My spreads are jumping too high, you know. See, now it comes around entry, so now you see it bounce, and then if it fails, you just press the button and close. Right? Especially with only 20 seconds here. So there's your bounce you're gonna get now. Now if you fail it to see, there's your bounce. Now if it comes back, then you just say you're done with it like that, and then you don't trust it. So it's easy to manage these positions. 5 minute now closing with rejection, so now you can just get out at entry. So actually, although I missed it, I would have been out at entry on both positions today, so I'm not that pissed. But I'm just pissed because if these play out, then it's annoying, right? Get fixed spread. This has been very good to me, and they fixed it the last few days, and now it's gone back. And when I messaged them, they said it's because... So I messaged them and they said it's because of what's happening with daylight saving time. So next week on Sunday, we change time. Everyone on stream, it will change. If you don't have daylight savings, then stream will be 1 hour later. So stream will start at 10:45 instead of 9:45. Right? So that will be the difference, because we have daylight saving time change on Sunday. So now everything will change. So they're telling me that they're adjusting for this time, and that's why their spreads are not even. Is because they're trying to adjust for this time. And after daylight saving times, it's going to be fixed. So that's what they said. Could be idea to go below this 5. Yeah, we just have a lot of ranges we want to be careful. Like this is a retest zone here as well. We shall see. So yeah, that's what they said. You need to wait for daylight saving time. But their spreads will fix after the open. So if I get a trade after the open, I can take it. So let's see. Let's see what happens after the open, because I could take a trade after the open. It's because of daylight saving time, messing everything up. If we sell here, what type of stop are we looking at? Aggressive stop would be 85 above key level. Above this structure here. 50-minute bearish candle close. 30, we'd be taking 30-minute bearish candle close and 1 hour candle closing doji. So if we get a nice top wick, that would make sense to take a sell, because we would have enough liquidity to push through these levels, because only a 5-minute level. Not there on 30-minute, not there on 15-minute, not there on 1 hour. And 1 hour leaving long rejection from the 4 hour. So we should be able to push through these levels. But what we need now is we need a decent top wick here. A small top wick is not going to give the confidence to push through these levels, especially trading what? Super deep. Because we're not as high up as here, we're a little 100 pips deeper. So we want to see a little bit of a drive up first, grab liquidity, and then for it to come down. So let's see if that can happen here. Let's see if we make our ways back to maybe 18s. Would be nice. Something like that. Didn't close below 5 on my broker. Let me see mine. Yeah, this broker has been, wow. Look at this gap up on open here. Oh yeah, it's like very marginal, huh? Yeah, it's technically above here, but if you mark it like this, it's below. Yeah, these charts are very different today on both. Look at this gap here. This is a massive gap. London is not showing a lot of volume movement on gold. No, we had that push pre-London. That was the main push, it seems. So look, we have this close here, but the range is just not worth it for the stop loss. So 10 pips, stop loss here is 50 points. Unless we rip to the moon here, but you know, I just feel like I'm doing a bit of FOMO at that point, right? Doesn't feel valuable. See how gold is back at 20s now, right? So this is a trick here because this actually didn't close below. So if we look on broker, it makes sense. Respected the support. Now we're moving back up. So we could actually get buys here, huh? Setup 2. Don't forget about what's been happening. We could get buys here if this closes in 9 minutes. So I'm moving this to a 30 because this is more relevant now as it's developed new price action. Anyways, good information on the stream today. Waiting for proper top wick, stuff like that. Not jumping into anything crazy. Unlucky with DAX here. Being able to jump in with my spreads here before the open. Now after the open, spreads have settled very nicely. You can see it's back to normal, but stop loss not going to make sense here. If I'm going to rip the highs here, it's not going to make sense. So yeah, make sure to leave a like on the stream. You know the drill, guys. Let's have a look at Lori Jean's chart here. DAX setup 3 on 1 hour with this stop loss. Very interesting. Yeah, it's valid on a 1 hour. I can't deny about that. You might have to hold some drawdown if it fails. My big issue with this is what happens here. If we fail here, then it could be, you know, because we're not full bullish bias on higher time frame yet. So just see what happens here. But so far, I mean, it's not bad. Stop loss is just obviously a little bit more time it's just going to take. So you just have to give it time. But let's see what happens at this level. We still have room towards that level. Where is your 1-to-1? I just want to see it relatively. 53. Yeah, up here. So, you know, it's not going to... If it can get a little bit of volume past it, can work. But just watch that previous 4, right? Because that could be your retest zone for potential downside as well. That was my target of the day, is the previous 4 hour. Look at gold. Yeah, it's just consolidating for now. It's going to try pick a direction. I feel if it leaves below my little box here, I know it's faint, but if it leaves below my box, we could see some, probably some downside. But if we respect it, there's a potential to retest these highs, at least retest the 30-minute. There's a potential there for that. If I join today, is the spot still open for the exclusive? Yeah, four more spots, and then that's it. Then we will close, and then next month we open with price increase. So yes, you can. Yesterday was 4 spots. Yeah, still we still have that. Why does gold keep going down? I don't think it keeps on going down. It's moved. It's not moved as much downside as it moves upside. What will be new price? I'm still deciding, but yeah, you know, I've been looking around what other people charge. It ranges from anywhere between $200 to 100, 129, 150, 10K. Don't know who charges 10K per month, but damn, that's crazy. that payout feeling is a different level. Yeah, it's a great feeling, of course, right? It's a great feeling when, you know, your hard work pays off, and that will come. The problem is people, before they get that feeling, they've put themselves too much in a hole. You have to reduce yourself from putting yourself in a hole by making sure you're managing risk and not losing so much money. That's where shit goes, you know, south. Is when you put yourself in a hole by just, you know, spending so much money that when the payout comes, it's like, I need that, you know? Mark up to 500, but always discounted 50% for FOMO. Classic sales trick, yeah. I had one this week, but I need consistency. Yeah, the fact that you can do it means that you can do it again, especially if you follow the plan. Now your job is going to be to stick to that plan and make sure it's bulletproof and adapt when needed. And the times when your plan gets tested, every strategy will be tested in its history and in its future. You need to be able to take a step back and not allow the market to smash you. And if it does, it's fine, but as long as it's controlled, right? Because if you think about it, losing 5%, let's say, is not going to be end of the world if you've made 20, 30, 40, 50%. It's par for the course, you know? So that's what's going to be important. Even blowing account is nothing as long as you got proven data. Yeah, depends on how you blow it. You know, you could mess up that day and, you know, one day ruins all your progress. It happens though. It happens. It's not it's just part of the game, like really. Especially if you're risking more on that account, then definitely it's gonna happen. But you know, I've seen traders who are good long term, but they have a day where they slip up. What are your golden lines on the graph? Those are my different support and resistance levels from daily time frame, weekly time frame down to 15. So I mark up different levels to have a look at what's going on and what zones I'm interested, not interested, etc. Buddy, you've had this spread problem for at least 2 weeks. It's obviously affecting entries. Why are you doing nothing about it? I've messaged them 3 times. I have an open ticket with them. I've been using them for 5 years, man. 5 years. And I do not want to transfer all of my funds. It's just not something I'm interested in doing. I have not tested any other platform. So it would be a longer process because I would need to deposit a little bit of money to see how their platform performs and then move all my funds. I trade only with this one broker, and that is on those 2 accounts that I have, the stream account and my personal account. So they said that it is being fixed, so I trusted their word, and I've been waiting patiently for 5 days. And I messaged them again, and they told me it's because of daylight savings, which I've mentioned. Right? IC Markets, yeah. You know, this is a very big brokerage. Alright man, sounds good, but can't be dealing with such an issue. It's unacceptable. They told me it's because of daylight savings and they've switched their servers already to daylight savings. So before the session, spreads are normally wide. Now they're saying because if you look at spreads now, they're perfect. Watch, see? They're okay. They're not going to be jumping around because it's the open now. So this would be the time we're showing up to stream next week. You know? This is the time that we're showing up next week, because next week everything gets delayed by 1 hour. I hate it. So I'm gonna give them till next week. If they don't fix it next week, then that's it. I'll change. But you know, at least I'll give them till next week, because that's when they said the daylight savings would happen and when there would be a difference. So we have a sort of setup 3 here. So London Open will still be 11 a.m. for you, or does it change to 12? No, it changes to 12 for me. Where I live doesn't have daylight savings, so now it changes to 12. I feel this is an inverted reason on their part to make some money. DST at this day did not happen yet. Yeah, I mean, you know it yourself, Claudio. You're a coder. It doesn't take rocket science to switch a server, right? I mean, it's not something that takes a week to do that. Maybe thousands, they have tons of servers, but yeah, it is definitely to make money, because the point is sometimes it looks normal and then sometimes it jumps, you know? But that's it. Next week, then I change. Max next week. It's their last chance. I'll give them till Tuesday next week. Just join out of the gulag. Welcome, welcome to the powerhouse, brother. What determines your entry into a position? So I have a total of like 5 main entries. Out of those 5 main entries, I use 3 the most, and I take entries based on those. But it all starts from analysis. Entry is really the last part. If my analysis is wrong, no matter what I do with my entry, I'm not gonna get away with it. I'm gonna still lose. If my analysis is correct, then my entry is just giving me somewhere to put stop loss and somewhere to press the button. So that's how it works. And I basically enter in a few ways, right? Which is entering based on continuation, entering based on pullbacks, or entering based on a full bullish move where I look for a tiny pullback to continue. So now we can trade up our CS2 red skins to a permanent knife. Why now we can trade up our CS2 skins? The update that came today. Yeah, I saw something with that. I didn't read it, man. I haven't had time. I haven't played CS in a long time because I just haven't had time recently. But I did see. Let's have a look at the update. We need to see the update. What's the name of? Now I forgot the name of that website, man. That I can check all the news. Anyways, we'll just type CS update. So let's see what they updated now. Yeah, HLTV. Let's see. Valve released new update reintroducing the original retake game mode. Damn, that's sick. Retake game mode is amazing. And the ability to trade up for knives and gloves among smaller changes. The addition retakes and knife ups. Damn. 5 regular convert items can be exchanged for 1 regular knife or 1 regular glove from a collection of one of them is provided. Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it though. Yeah, well, my knife is now not worth as much. Thank you very much, Valve. Because now there's more knives in circulation, apparently. That would be the problem. It doesn't matter, man. You know, back in the day, I gambled to get that knife. So, for me, that's why I keep it in the game. But, you know, people do this for a living. That's the threat. I've seen people are skin traders. They trade skins to make money. So, imagine you had an inventory worth 150,000 euros. And because of this update, you lose 50,000, 100,000 euros. You're in deep shit just because of an update. Jesus, look at this retracement here. What a retrace. How to trade setup 6 mixed bias? I recommend not to. Less probabilities. I had 5 Legion of Anubis. I traded it with a butterfly knife. Which butterfly knife did they give you? We have to quickly see this update, man. I have to see it. For you guys on Zoom, it will probably be black, but I'm just gonna see it quickly. Retakes. Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. Should try it out. So where's the trade up contract? Let's open a case. Come on. Knife today. Knife. Gloves. We're getting gloves. 100% we're getting gloves. No option. We're getting gloves today. 100%. 100%. Do I have money though? Shit, I don't have money. Okay, we have to cancel transaction. Scratch it. Scratch it. Broken in CS. Broke it, CS. Can you take pre-workout or protein before the gym? Yeah, why wouldn't you be... Okay, first of all, please listen to your question, please. Please. What does this say? Pre-workout. And you're asking me if I can take pre-workout. Shit, man. Of course, that's what it's designed for. I'm only joking, man. I had to rinse that. Protein, yeah, you want to take protein before your workout. You want to have a meal before your workout. Very important. 1 hour before your workout, 2 hours before your workout, eat. It's very beneficial. Right before you head into the gym, you can have protein, depends how your stomach is. How you know what DMA? Yeah, I tried it. Yeah. Does PEDs help in trading? If you have low testosterone levels, then PEDs will help raise your testosterone levels, which will inherently help you in trading, because if you are a low testosterone individual, you are not going to do good in life in general, let alone trading. You know? All right, gold is ranging here. DAX is just dumping, no reason. So I am going to catch up with you guys tomorrow. I will look for some sort of DAX trade, but it needs time. Maybe it needs like, you know, 30 minutes so we can see some structure, and then we can see what happens with DAX. But for now, it's just, I'm not going to sell the lows here for myself. I think 1 hour can act as support. So if I see a change of structure, I could look for buys. Otherwise, gonna chill here. Now on gold here, gold could get moving. Either it wants to get above 20. You see how important now 20 level has become. If we close above here, I can look for buys. If we close below, I could start to consider sells as well. So it's kind of like one or the other. When this happens, I don't know, but it could happen next 15 minutes maybe, or the one after. It still will be in my trading window, so I can take it, but probably gonna chill with the guys, take that there. And yeah, appreciate you all. Much love. Take care. And hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. All right. Peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.